Thank you for joining us today for our series, By the Numbers. In this series, we will talk about how if you know some of the numbers, it will help you design like a pro. Today, we're going to talk about artwork and artwork groupings. It is impossible to touch on every situation when it comes to art groupings, but knowing some of the numbers will get you started. One of the first numbers you need to know is the height to hang artwork off the floor. Men tend to always get this one wrong since they are often tall. You want the center of a single piece of art to be 57 inches off the floor and no taller than 60 inches off the floor if the artwork is hanging on a wall on its own. The 57-inch is eye level of a 5'4" person, which I just happen to be. If the art will be hung in an area where the ceiling is taller, you can go up to 60 inches from center. When hanging art over something such as a sofa, I tend to start at 8 inches over the item. This is typically good for a sofa since there is nothing between the sofa and the art. If you have a grouping of several pieces, then plan on 3 to 6 inches between each piece of art. The larger the art, the further apart you can go between each piece. Start with 3 inches and see how the pieces feel in relation to each other. You do not want them so far apart that they feel displaced from each other. The grouping should feel like one piece overall visually. When artwork is over a sofa table, you need to keep in mind that you will put accessories on it. It is fine if items on the table overlap with art some if it's not blocking an important element in the artwork. A good rule of thumb in this situation is to start at 8 inches to see how it feels and go up from there. Likewise, lamps can go on a table and overlap the art as well, but here again, make sure that the lamp doesn't impede an important piece of the artwork. The numbers mentioned in relation to the sofa table will apply to anything artwork is over, such as a dresser or a fireplace mantle. Now that you know some of the basic numbers as they relate to art placement, you have a good starting point for hanging pieces like the pros. If you have any specific questions, do not hesitate to comment. We will start a new series in December called An Etsy Christmas. I love Etsy for custom and unique items. There's so many talented artisans there. I will share with you some of my picks for my family this year to give you some ideas for last minute gifts or to give you ideas for next year or even special occasions and birthdays.